Hello, Self-Will Alignment here. Alright, so I see this a lot. It hurts me in my heart, but I know God's a big God and He's on the move and everything will be alright. So we have you know, so whoever this reading is about that I'm speaking to, more than one person, I'm pretty sure. There's this need to have control. So in order to achieve that, sometimes we will hold back our true intentions, our true feelings, um, our beliefs, uh, emotions. We just don't give all of us. We're holding back because we've lost so much that we're fearing more loss that hasn't even happened yet. We're so used to losing that it almost makes us look greedy and prudish and self centered and all this, and that's not the case at all. But like I said, when you are used to losing and being hurt, you start showing that physically because these are things that you can control. So, for example, like if you're suffering a lot of loss, and you might hold tightly onto people that are no good for you. You may find yourself stuck in relationships that are getting nowhere, that are stagnant, that won't grow. Um, you may find yourself uh, holding on tightly to your finances and your resources when naturally you would be a very giving and sharing and kind person. But when you're going through a transformation and you start to have a rebirth, the old way of you is being torn down so a new you can be born. All right, so this is being challenged, and of course, we know the devil doesn't like anything good happening to anybody. Not at all. Okay, so whoever this reading is about is the devil is obviously trying to control them, but they are currently being controlled by themselves and situations and people around them. They're so concerned about what people will think that they're not being free in their spirit, and then they're not able to fully be them. That should tell you a lot. All right, so this person is holding back and holding tightly onto their money and everything that they've built, you know. So they're now they've gotten to a state where things are starting to level out a little bit. They're starting to be able to see the forest for the trees, and this is in financial, but they're now that they're becoming independent and self-sufficient. Now this person is single, which this is ultimately what was going to happen to this person due to the things that they've been through in their childhood. They would not know this until they know it. So this person is spending quite a bit of time alone and is highly focused on work matters because that is a very good distraction from heart matters or stress or depression. Um, but this person is doing well. They're making very balanced decisions and choices, though it may not feel like it. Why? Because they're more focused on the what didn't go right and the what they did wrong and the all that, instead of just leading with, hey, look at all I have done, and go that way. So, which means that they are dissatisfied with their life and they are feeling stuck in a rut, like they just can't move forward or get out of it, you know. But the good thing about this person is they have a love for God that they may not even know about. Or it could be that they do know about it, and the reason it would come to me like that is because some of you don't know that. And for some of you, you do. And you're hiding it because someone didn't approve of you loving God, so your attitude against it is almost as if you've never experienced God a day in your life. But there's divine intervention over your life and over the path that you're taking, the decisions that you're making, the choices that you're making, the people that come in and out of your life. And so you're a very stubborn person and you refuse to move until you're ready. Well, let me be the first one to let you know that you have no control over when your feet move. Because when you should have moved, you didn't move. So now we have divine intervention involved. So what this means is, for you, you have an issue with that. Some people have an issue with accepting God. So for you, he's showing up in the form of a female, an angel. Okay? The reason he's showing up to you this way is because that's how he's going to be able to get through to you, to push you to stop worrying about feeling like a fool and, shit or get off the pot, like he is going to make it where you are forced spiritually to step outside your comfort zone and do something you wouldn't normally do and take a risk that you wouldn't normally take. And he's going to push you into a situation where you're going to be required to have faith. God didn't create you for you to do you. God created you for him. And if you're not doing according to his works and his thoughts and his ways, he's going to let you know it. And so for you, it looks like that's what he's doing. You got this big thing about I need to see, I need to be in control. Well, okay, so he says, but I've already showed you. But you're still wanting to know. That means you're only wanting to know for boastful reasons. Ooh. Ouch. That usually comes from parents. A lot of how we are is usually because of our parents. It all starts with the mother. All right, so, you've done a lot, but you're starting to be aggravated because you're not seeing what you want to see. Okay, well, that's probably part of the problem. You're going to see what God wants you to see. But you have already started reaping the rewards of all those seeds that you planted, all those things. So now you're being kind of arrogant and needing someone to stroke your ego, and that's not going to happen. I'm not fixing to sit here and do that. God's not going to let me. I mean, so you're doing everything to get to this new beginning. But, faith is a big thing. Hope is a big thing. You lose a lot of sleep, long nights, work hard days. Yeah, a new beginning's coming, and yeah, you need to have hope. And yeah, you're willing to carry it. But, if you're not going to, admit to yourself and others about your love for God, then you're kind of stuck. Because God is your biggest fan. He's the reason that you're here. So like I said, you're dissatisfied with your life, and unbeknownst to you, someone's been watching out over you. And I'm saying they would like to pop you in the mouth if they could and tell you to wake up. What you doing? This isn't like you. So God will send people to you and he will work through them for you. So help from an unexpected place is already in your life. Snap out of the funk you're in. So you've been through a lot, and a lot of journeys have come to an end. A lot of relationships. You're in a phase of nostalgia, which can be very dangerous emotionally. Devil likes to play around in nostalgia, boy, because that's where he can gain people through their feelings. But you've learned a lot. You've grown a lot. You've learned a lot of life lessons and gained much experience in life itself. But a project that you have been dealing with, or a situationship, or a thinking or belief system, or life changes are coming to an end, meaning they are played out and dead. So new stuff's coming. And it looks to me like you're going to be forced into it because you're being too stubborn and not moving. So, like, your main focus is money problems when it should be on the Lord, and then yourself, and then your children and family. All right, so you're worried about money, and you're worried about feeling left out and shut out. And what good does hope have if back and forth, make up your mind. So if you can't see there's a war between the devil and God happening through you, and you don't even see it, just a pawn. Okay, so the thing is, if you go to God, you're never going to feel left out. So it seems to me like you're in need of attention, but you're not. You seem real anxious, and you just need some kind of a distraction. Let God be your distraction. Some of you are wanting to learn something new, something in money, but it does indicate that you are moving very, very slow, and this is a good thing in a way, especially when you're transforming, because haste makes waste, and if you skip a step, God will make you repeat the whole process until you get that step right. So let's say you rent a house, you build it up, you pay all the utilities. Well, if you don't put into it, it's gonna fall, right? Right. So my thing is don't be the reason that you don't move forward in life, and the blame game, you need to drop that, because now the blame is on you. Love, light, and peace.